Welcome back to Pillar Sports. It's your boy, Manny. It's your boy, Manny. You guys absolutely know this is Pillar Sports, and we are here to give you all the latest updates in sports world. And I mean all the latest updates, especially the ones that you support for the most part. Okay, first we need to start by talking about Matthias Tell. Matthias Tell, of course, that we know. Matthias Tell plays for Bayern Munich and, however, has already told the Bayern bosses, I think his name is Abel, that he wants to leave Bayern. Of course, the 19-year-old is looking for game time. That is the key part about his situation. He's looking for game time and he does not find that at Bayern Munich. Now, the key thing about this situation is a lot of people have come for his services. The likes of Manchester United, the likes of Tottenham Hotspur, Aston Villa, Chelsea. So many people in general have come for Matthias Tell's basically hand in marriage at this point. Well, Tottenham absolutely were on top of the race in about 24 hours because they had agreed a 60 million euro deal. I think it's euro. Yes, a 60 million euro deal with Bayern Munich. However, they still had to convince Matthias Tell that coming to Tottenham Hotspur is the right way to go. Martin. Okay, now this is the update because Daniel Levy, the chairman of Tottenham Hotspur, traveled to Bayern Munich today to meet with Matthias Tell and his agents. And Matthias Tell has just rejected, yes, I said that, he has just rejected the offer from Daniel Levy. It is understood that Matthias Tell and his agent has already communicated this to the bosses of Bayern Munich. So the bosses of Bayern Munich now need to understand and look into different situations, like sending him out on loan to Manchester United, Aston Villa, and of course, Chelsea. This is the key part. Chelsea are still interested in a permanent move. But what we know about this situation is Tottenham came in to get a permanent move. But he understands that there is someone like Heung-min Son in his position. You understand? There's someone like Brendan Johnson in his position. And so, based on where Tottenham are in the league and also what the proposal might have been, he has turned them down. Now, the key part of this situation is for Chelsea, they have so many attackers. So I don't think it would make sense for him to actually go to Chelsea. I understand that Chelsea has a lot of money and they have been really good at actually convincing people to join the club. But in my mind, in my understanding of how this would work and his wants in terms of being a starter for a team, I don't think Chelsea will be the spot. Same as Aston Villa. And I know this is me coming from a point of view where Manchester United is actually my team that I support. But me being very objectively looking at this with no bias, well, I can't say there's no bias, there's always a bias, but with the thought of the bias and also trying to actually be objective, I think Manchester United is the place for him. Of course, we know Garnacho is looking, and Chelsea are looking to snatch Garnacho out of Manchester United. But also for the fact that Manchester United are looking for that number 9, the two number 10s. These are things that he would absolutely be able to play. And I'm talking about be able to play majority of the games for Manchester United. And this is the key part about this situation. And that's why I feel Manchester United, going into negotiations lately, have been able to convince a lot of players. They have been able to convince the likes of Aiden Heaven. They have been able to convince the like of Chido Obi Martin, Lenny Yoro, Patrick Dogu, and finally, hopefully they will be able to convince Matthias Tell, because it looks like they would actually have a great standing in this situation. They will go into this conversation, say, hey, we are going to loan Matthias Tell for this season, and then hopefully have an obligation or an option to buy him in the summer. Now option would be better for Manchester United because it gives them excuse me, it gives them an option for them to actually choose whether to get him or not. See what he is. It's basically a rental move until they can make a full decision that yes, this guy is for Manchester United. And that's why this makes total sense, in my opinion. Now, it's always up to Matthias Tell. Fabrizio Romano also comes out and says Matthias Tell and his agent are in Munich together to assess all options after rejecting the Spurs proposal. Tottenham will explore other targets, while Tell will consider other bids for a loan or permanent move. Manchester, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Aston Villa are in contact. That's definitely the people that are absolutely fighting for Matthias Tell to come to their club. This is a pretty good one, I'm telling you. This is a pretty good one. Of course, this is kind of reiterates what has happened about Matthias Tell. Yes, so all right, now this is for Manchester United. From Dave Ornstein. He doesn't post as much, but he is so accurate with what he posts. That is why we absolutely pay attention to Dave Ornstein. He says Aston Villa are considering a move to sign Marcus Rashford on loan from Manchester United. 27-year-old preference is Barcelona or Manchester United stay, so he would need convincing, but Aston Villa are in talks on personal request of Unai Emery by Laura Whitwell. So basically what I'm understanding from this situation is Manchester United understand that Marcus Rashford wants to leave the club. Marcus Rashford's preference is Barcelona or he wants to stay at Manchester United. I think those are both critical times to actually understand. But Aston Villa are coming in and saying, hey, listen, let's take you out on loan and we would actually show you what we can actually do. Because Aston Villa are a really good side in the Premier League. But it would look like, even though they are ahead of Manchester United in the league table, it definitely would look like a step backwards for Marcus Rashford. And I think that's why he's not even considering it at this point in time. However, I think if he does, that would actually be good for him because he's going to play under a manager that literally turned Ollie Watkins into Ollie Watkins. What Ollie Watkins is. Gave us a really good professional in Tielemans. There's a lot of ability in Unai Emery turning strikers to who are their best version of themselves. And I think if he thinks about this, I think this is a good thing for Marcus Rashford. Of course, Unai Emery has basically made this personal request for Aston Villa that he needs to talk to Marcus Rashford, that he understands that if he's not going to be getting João Felix or getting Matthias Tell, Marcus Rashford is definitely somebody in that ilk for him to absolutely boost his score, especially with John Duran out and gone to Al Nassr. So that's definitely something for Marcus Rashford. It's quite unfortunate to see that he's still dealing with this situation. It's not what I would have expected him to be dealing with at this particular time, but we'll see. We honestly see kind of how it goes. But yeah, that is basically the major transfer news that has happened today. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that comment down below what you guys think about this situation, and hit that subscribe button so you guys do not miss anything that we do here on Pillar Sports. Turn on your notification while you're at it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.